We are at MooFest today, one of the largest finance and investment conventions in Singapore. But it's a little bit different this time because last year, if you remember, we had it at Suntec City and I was one of the panel speakers. So this year, same old, I'm also one of the panel speakers, but this time round, MooFest is held at MBS, Marina Bay Sands Expo and Convention Center in Singapore. So today's agenda is to just show you around the space, what you are going to expect, and after my speaking, have some reflections, some interactions with the KOLs and different booths that you can see and what you should expect in MooFest. And hi, if you're new here, my name is Chris, an ex-chartered accountant, now a personal finance YouTuber, and now I do speaking for a living sometimes, like this event at Moomoo. So if you want to follow, you can follow me on Instagram at HoneyMoneySG because I only have 4,000 subscribers there. Yeah, help out a bit. Okay, let's go. Okay, first of all, this is the entrance of MooFest. So you can see they have this arc right here. Every year it will be different, so you just see. Okay, and then on the left here, that is where people would go and register. Here is a quick look at the event map, and it will show you the floor plan of what booths are there and what are the main stage, what are some booths that you can expect. Every year will be different, so you just go to the one for your liking. By the way, MooFest is free to attend, so you don't need to pay any money. All you need to do is to just register a ticket on the Moomoo app. So it's very convenient. And over here, in my background, that is Shao Chun from 9 to 5 Millionaire Mindset. Okay, so entering MooFest this year round, we have this like airport theme, airline theme. And you can see this is the control tower, right? You have the boarding gate kind of notice. And instead of flight routes, now you have all the stock tickers. So number one is obviously NVDA, followed by Tesla, Apple, Google, Amazon. They have to mask the names lah. Yeah, so this year there's so much more things going on all at the same time. Like right here, I have a Learn with Moomoo booth. Right there, I have a main stage. So many things going on. I walk right into Bunti, also a very good investor. And also a Moo creator as well. Bunti, say hi.
Live. Hello.
What advice do you have for fellow investors?
Attending MooFest so that we can get some goodies that is guaranteed. As an investor, of course, invest in good stocks.
Okay. Have you met any interesting people right here?
Interesting people.
Interesting.
They are on the stage.
Yep. Okay, let's check it out later.
Yes.
Yeah, so that happens lah. When you go investing, MooFest, this kind of events, you can find like-minded people. Just like you can find some friends and meet some people of your kind. And maybe you can even win a car. Okay, I spotted some of my influencer friends on the main stage. So Budget Babe, Kelvin, Chiking Aaron, Shen Kai, and Lobang Sis, all of them at the main stage. So here are some of the booths of the MooFest. And all along the way, if you just walk, you will maybe meet some familiar faces. And then you can go and say hi with them. So no pressure one lah. No one is here to really go and pull you in to do investments or what. Later I'll share more about Moomoo features. Okay, so now I come to the most favorite area of attendees if you're coming to MooFest. On my left right here, you have the queue booth to get your goodie bag. So you will queue like the rest of us here, get our goodie bags. I mean, your ticket is free already. This is free ROI, return on investment for you. Okay, so the thing about AI is that in the past, we used to spend too much time on financial reporting, finding all this news, gathering all this data. But now with Moomoo AI Expert, it can really help you consolidate data in one place. So that will help you save a lot of time. And I assure you, it's really a lot of time spent if you're into all this research and stuff and news that you cannot keep up with. For example, you want to compare revenue growth, sector trends and industries and all that across multiple stuff. I think it's very important to save your time through the feature called Moomoo AI Expert. For example, recently the AI super cycle and the memory stocks have been quite on the run today and very volatile, right? So I think the top two names would include tickers like MU, Micron, and SK Hynix, which just listed their ADR in US market. So I'm going to ask Moomoo AI Expert how to do that. Please help me compare these two stocks, MU, Micron, and SK Hynix, SKHY. on visually their fundamentals, their business outlook, everything that I need to know which one is a better stock to invest in. And after that, please give me an overall analysis and summary. So I'm going to demonstrate. So right now, they are populating the results for me, and then I'll show you the results on the screen. So nowadays with AI, you're not just bounded by geography or by language, because all these are not excuses anymore. All these may be barriers in the past. Like by the time the information reaches you, it is too late already. But with AI and all this automation helping you, I think no more excuses lah. Or like in the past, we are so limited in resources and how much we can expand our minds. Maybe AI could even help us better our investment mindsets and could tell us whether to stay in the market or to panic sell or panic buy in a very volatile market situation. And one more good thing about Moomoo AI is that you don't need to do any plug-in, you don't need to install any software. It's really just type it on the Moomoo app and go. There's no need for you to have any kind of coding background, or you need some kind of technical expertise in software engineering. No need. You just ask a very simple generic question on your mind, and the AI could help you interpret what is the outcome that you want. You can even go and put in your own inputs and your own context, your own narrative, and your own profile as an investor. Then the AI can tailor the answer to you, which I think is very important because the same set of data could relate very differently to very different people, and that could go to different outcomes. So it's very important to tailor it to your own profile. And one more thing is that traditional LLMs, they may rely on outdated data. They just pull this data from all the financial websites, which may not even be updated. But Moomoo, they pull their own data from their own database. So it's like their in-house one, most up-to-date, accurate information. I mean, how many of you in the past, you all use your current LLM, be it ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, and they give you the wrong info because it's not outdated. They give the info like 2-3 days ago one, okay? And Moomoo, they give you real-time data. I think that's very important. And not only that, after all this analysis, you can tell the AI to place the trade for you, all within Moomoo AI Expert. I think that's quite a useful function, especially for those of you who are new and not sure how to place your trades. Of course, the confirmation must still come from you and the funds must come from you. But at least it is a good guidance to help you navigate through a very difficult or challenging surface, especially if you are a beginner. But just to be clear, AI can only help you assist in the data mining and generation. Ultimately, the financial decision is still yours, okay? Because AI cannot give financial advice. They are not financial advisors. Just like myself, I also cannot give financial advice, but you can rely it to help you make better decisions. Okay, so my Moomoo AI result is already published, and yeah, you can look at this screen recording right here. It will give you a very systematic overview and statistics of how you should compare two stocks holistically. Starting with stock price performance, we have a visual chart. SK Hynix, they just listed only, so that's why no metrics. But you can look at the PE, right? PB ratio, all these percentages you can compare together. Then you can look at all these interactive charts that Moomoo AI has prepared for you. So you really don't need to import all this data to another LLM to work it out for you, because now Moomoo AI will just do everything for you already. I can save so much time. Last time, you really need to go and pull all these different financial reports, which is quite time consuming lah. So you can go and test it out yourself, all right? So most importantly, your input must be there. You want a visual comparison, you want an easy to understand comparison, just tell Moomoo AI what to expect. So another thing about Moomoo app is that they have some new features. One of it is called Smart Money. So some of us, like, we don't know how to invest, right? Or we can try to copy other people's how they invest. For example, if you go to your Moomoo app and you go to Discover, then you click on Insights, and you can look at all these different holdings from different investors. For example, Nancy Pelosi, you can look at what they purchased, like the Google, the Apple, the NVDA, the positions of what Nancy Pelosi have purchased. Of course, there are some other famous politicians or investors that you can look at. But in the past, I think it's quite difficult to get hold of this information. Now, instead of individuals, if you want to follow institutions, what they buy, there's something called Institutional Tracker. So go to your magnifying glass, then click Institutional Tracker. Then you have all these famous institutions like Berkshire Hathaway. What are they currently investing in? Because by now you should know that institutions, they move the market rather than retail investors like us. So sometimes it's very important to look at where are they buying and selling out of. And that's not all. Do you know that you can also track for insider trading? For example, if I look at Apple, AAPL, and I scroll over to the company tab, and I keep scrolling down and I click on shareholders, then I scroll over to insider activity, I can actually see that who are the net buyers and who are the net sellers within the company. These are executives, high-ranking officials within the company itself. So it's very important to look at who is buying, who is selling. So if you ask me honestly, back to my panel, whether the buy and hold theory still stands, I think it's still valid, right? It's very important to hold on to your positions and not just keep buy, sell in and out of the market. I think that is very dangerous because you're trying to time the market. And by now, you all should know that it is very difficult to time the market because timing market is better than timing the market. Most importantly, use all these features within Moomoo app. It is free. For example, the AI expert, the institutional tracker, the smart money, all these features come at free for you because in the past we need to pay a lot of money for this. Now it's all free. Just have to download the app, use my special code or link, and yeah, you can even get some welcome rewards as well. Okay, so here's some concluding thoughts about attending MooFest this year. I think this year the AI team is really on form. Moomoo AI Expert is really challenging all the traditional LLMs back then, especially with financial updated data. So I think it's always good to try for yourself whether it works for you or not and it fits your investment profile. And always remember, the future belongs to investors who are curious, who are emotionally tolerant, and could continue to stay in the market and survive for the long term. If you're new to Moomoo, remember you can use my exclusive link to sign up, or you can use my special code HoneyMoneySG999 to claim very attractive welcome rewards as listed on this rewards page. And thank you all for joining this journey. I'll see you in the next MooFest.